The name's Reeve, Detective Lester Reeve. Upon moving back into my mother's basement, I found out that she had donated every single one of my old films to Goodwill. This is my quest. This is my journey to track them down and bring them to justice. But here's the thing. Have these poor victims flatline or survive? Excuse me, I'm Detective Lester Reeve. This is a closed police investigation. Can I tell me what you're doing here?
I saw the whole thing and I called the police station when it happened.
Oh, you made the call. Sorry to make you wait. Can you tell me what happened here?
I was just walking by and I heard a gunshot go off.
A gunshot from inside the mansion.
Yeah.
And the cops came and took a look inside.
Yeah, he's dead.
Sturgill Jackson is dead?
They said it was a homicide.
So the police already questioned you?
You're not the police.
Oh, no, I am. I sort of act privately. The family Jackson hired me to look into this, but you already went through questioning.
Yeah, a little while ago.
Well, I don't know why you're still here. Might as well move on. Ma'am? By golly. My God. It's been years.
Excuse me, detective. This was no ordinary homicide. You've come a long way for nothing.
Jesus. Who are you?
My name is Besley Wellington Hampshire Jackson Samuel de Champlain C6. And my father, he was the late Sturgill.
That's a mouthful. I think I gotta seal off the place, get forensics in here, run a few tests, pretty boilerplate stuff.
Detective, my family, we are in a grave grieving process. It is very modern, and we must keep the home to ourselves for at least a day.
Alright, seems like something else might be going on here, Mr. Jackson, Wellington, Hampshire, whatever. Look, I'm a nice guy, okay? So I'll give you all a day, alright? When I'm back here, it's gonna be Party City up in that mansion. You mark my word.
Okay, yes, I understand. But keep in mind that some might call this
Choo! Bless you.
Excuse me, sir. Some might go so far as to call this a haunted mansion!
This is the ancestral mansion of the Gracie family. It's a real fixer-upper. With a Victorian ballroom, secret passageways, spacious grounds with room for the whole family, and a mystery that has cursed the house for over 100 years. But no one told the Evers family.
Honey, they have dead people in the backyard. Hey, I'd really rather stay on the ground. Can I stay on the ground, please?
Dark spirits from the grave, come forth.
Don't you make no dark spirits come out while I'm sitting there. Wait till I leave before the dark spirits come out.
The Haunted Mansion.
I'm gonna break this
I feel like
chair.
there's like a lot of space between us.
Yeah, why don't you slide in towards Leon a little bit?
There we go.
Nice.
That's nice. Excellent. The beautiful framing. Look at this.
Like
We got
your leg.
real cameras.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Moving up.
I'm just running across
This is
my
a
leg.
special episode. These cameras are never coming back. It's going back to poop quality after this. It's never going to look as good again. Welcome, one and all.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, this is a very special episode. So this show is called Footage File, and we revisit old childhood favorites or movies we hated as kids. It's just about like rewatching movies from when you were a child and reevaluating them. So this is the spooky special. Ooh. So we have the decorum. Of course, we've got pumpkins. Obviously, this is. What are these again?
Cranberry almonds scones.
Cranberry almond scones. They're underproved. All right. So this week's movie is a very special movie. It's called The Haunted Mansion, 2003, starring Eddie Murphy, everyone's favorite Eddie Murphy, or he at least then. Now, I don't know.
Who's Eddie Murphy?
Who? Right? Yeah. Donkey, and that's about it. There's supposed to be a Shrek 5.
Really?
I heard.
Wow.
No,
I didn't know
no
there was a
joke.
Shrek 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shrek Forever After.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have
Yeah.
that one on DVD.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
It's better than Shrek 3.
Okay.
But JT isn't Shrek 3.
Yeah.
That's true. Doesn't make it good.
There was
True.
supposed to be a Haunted Mansion.
Two?
Remake.
Oh, remake. That's
Yeah.
right.
Really?
It was I think it didn't make it past.
Like
Pre-production.
pre-production, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I have a feeling they'll try it again.
I think they are actually.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Wikipedia page. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's
interesting.
like all the way at the bottom.
Oh, shit. Because this one certainly didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Did not work the first time. And it's interesting why it didn't work. Didn't really make a whole lot of money.
Yeah, it didn't.
It only made like $25 million in its first weekend, which is like really embarrassing.
They said,
Especially
like,
for
what
like
was
an
it?
Eddie
Was
Murphy
it? Okay.
blockbuster, like Disney movie. So it's a little it's a little sad to see. But you are so right. They are rebooting this. Directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Really?
That's the one that got canceled.
That's the
They're
one.
not
Okay, so
doing
that's the
that
one
one.
that gets canceled.
There's another one.
In 2015, they said
Would've been
that
great.
Ryan.
And yeah, would have been awesome.
Yeah, in 2015, they said that Ryan Gosling was supposed to star in
Wow.
a remake or reboot.
So, what's your favorite Disneyland ride?
Oh man, they bring Christmas into Halloween.
Yes.
That's a terrible idea. Because
Fair
at
point.
Halloween, you want to go to the Haunted Mansion ride
And
have like
experience.
spooky things.
Yes.
And you get at the
Fair.
end and you're in the buggy. You know?
And you have jingle
The
bells.
buggy, and you got like a present. You have a ghost candy cane next to you. That's not scary.
And then on August 28th, 2020, it was announced that a new live-action adaptation was in the works with writer Katie Dippold.
I don't know who that is.
I know that name.
Who's
Where's
starring
she?
in it though?
The real question is.
Because
I don't think it's.
Because I feel like if it's just like some white people,
it's
gonna be
not
messed
the
up.
same.
No.
it's gonna look really bad.
Yeah, no stars have been attached. All right, but so you didn't even watch this
Well,
movie.
I watched some of the movie.
Aiden hurt himself last night, and then he fell into a deep coma during watching this film. And was it the movie that put you to sleep? It was so bad.
Yeah, I was like, I can definitely watch this movie.
Yeah.
And usually I like.
That was your thinking at the start.
I never fall asleep when I watch movies because I'm like, I don't know, it's something about movies that I'm just like, I force myself to stay awake till the end.
Of course.
Yeah, I hurt myself yesterday, and that really, it really did me in.
You started the movie at 11 p.m.
No,
Yeah.
we started it later than that.
Oh, okay, so you can fall asleep.
11 would have been okay. I think.
Yes, yeah,
I
actually,
think we
that's
would have
true.
made it for 11. We didn't start it until like 12:30
You're
or
like,
something like that.
We're gonna watch
It
the
was
movie at 11. It's like, nah.
Like, no,
I'm
no
not
way.
gonna be awake.
Yeah, so we didn't. I think we watched like 20 minutes of it today.
Maybe 10 most.
Maybe 10. So we'll fill in some blanks for you.
Okay.
You've never seen it before.
I've never seen it
ever?
before.
Okay.
Aiden is the type of person who, like, if you say, like, I wonder if Aiden has seen this, and the answer is no. Every time the answer is no, I can guarantee you he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's true. Well, I grew up not watching TV and movies, so
Okay.
I just missed a lot of them.
No, my mom's like a movie-holic, so she has all of the Disney movies, and she would get them as soon as they came out. So it's like we were forced to watch all of them. Every night we would watch a new movie.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And was this one of them?
Yes, she
Wow,
has it
okay.
on DVD.
Wow.
I've seen it a lot, but not recently.
Yeah.
Until last night.
I think, I mean, this came out in 2003, so I was like 5. So I probably didn't see this in theaters. I don't think I saw it in theaters.
2003, yeah.
Because I remember the first time seeing it and being actually pretty afraid of it.
I would have been afraid of this if I saw it as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, there's a scene later on in the film. Obviously, you're completely unaware of it. But there's a scene when they go into a mausoleum, and like all these zombies come out of like of the walls, and like I was like, this is like really scary. It was really frightened me as a kid. Like the girl, the daughter.
Yeah, she has to go under the water.
She has to go under the water to get the key or something. Like they drop the key and it falls into the
There's
like
dead
gross.
bodies in it.
Oh god! Like
I feel like there's a staph infection there.
yeah, no, oh my god, it's so gross.
I read that Baker, so the production designer, like costume designer, he was like, yeah, I gave one of the skeletons a cane to make him an old man to make it better for the children.
Oh, make him life better.
Obviously.
It worked.
It was fucking terrifying. And even on rewatch, I was like, It's not scary, but like I got that feeling, and I was like, boy, I was really afraid of this as a kid. Like when they come up behind her and you're like, oh god, get out, quick, run!
Part of the 10 minutes that we watched today, there's a shot where Eddie Murphy is looking at a mirror, and there's a crow on top of the mirror, and they do sort of like a jump scare where they make the sound of the crow and they cut away and you see the crow.
Yeah.
And that was like a decent little jump. And if I was a kid, I would have jumped completely out of my seat
Through the
for
roof,
that.
yeah. And the movie does that a lot. So there's very like kiddie scares. For certain, but I think before we go any further, I think we need to break down the plot of this movie. So this is one of like 5 projects that Disney helmed based on rides. Pirates of the Caribbean is obviously the most famous one. I think the most successful one. Yeah. The first Pirates of the Caribbean came out in 2004. And this was 2003, but that one was like actually a good movie. So I probably won't talk about that on this show because it's like that's good. But see, there was this. There was the Country Bears, which I didn't see that. Have you seen that?
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen
I
that.
have. It is good.
It's good?
It is funny.
It's funny?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's good, but it's not bad.
Okay.
It's funny.
Nice.
At least when I was a kid, it was funny.
Are the bears CG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
I think I saw
for
it
the
one time. I think I saw it in
Yeah.
theaters.
It's not, I mean, like...
It's not bad. That's interesting.
Did I lose your love a long time ago? Did I just wear it out? Baby, I don't know.
Okay.
That's one of
But
those
so this
movies
was.
I feel like it's a fever dream.
Yeah, like, if you weren't from here, like, you didn't know, like, it was real, you'd be like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't actually make a movie about talking bears.
You look up the still images and you're still like, this isn't real. No way, this isn't real. Yeah, I remember the bears looking kind of scary.
Yeah, because they're
like unintentionally.
They're like, you know, you go to Chuck E. Cheese and it's like,
oh,
there he
like
is.
the
but
Five
they
Nights
look
at
a
Freddy's
little
characters.
realer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought they were animatronic.
They might have been.
Like,
we don't
honestly,
know. We don't know about the Country Bears. Look it up on your own time.
Yeah.
So yes, this was another one of Disney's failed attempts to make movies based on their rides, and I'm like, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
I think it's a cool
Who
idea.
thought that? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like who? It's a strange concept.
The Tower of Terror, right?
Oh, was that? Did
Yeah,
they make that into a
but I
movie?
mean that was like the Twilight Zone. That makes sense. I mean that's what that ride is.
Oh, okay.
It's like a nod to the Twilight Zone. So like if there actually was a TV movie based on the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing, that makes sense. I don't know. It's like why don't they just like come up with new movies? Turning a ride into a movie seems like backwards. It's
Yeah.
always the other way around. So it's very
Yeah.
shit. You were like really surprised
Oh.
to learn that Pirates of the Caribbean was a ride first.
Yeah, I was like blown away by that. But and then or at least with this ride, the Haunted Mansion, this was from like 53.
Yeah, no, like basically from the start of Disney World and Disneyland, they've been around.
Mm-hmm. So I was kind of surprised that they hadn't made a movie till now, or till the early 2000s.
That's true, yeah.
I think Disney does that a lot, where they're like, they make toys, and they do a lot of synergy between their products. So if they have a following for the park and for those rides,
yeah, they just return to their the stuff they guarantee they know people like.
Yeah, right.
Like what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy Mulan on Disney Plus.
Oh gosh,
don't watch it.
Don't get me started on Mulan.
I haven't even seen it. Did you see it?
Yep, and I cried afterwards. I was so upset.
Really? Did you pay the $30 to see it?
Well, my brother did.
Oh.
That's another conversation for another time, but long story short, I cried afterwards. I was so mad.
They didn't do
so mad because of how good it was. You're like, damn it! But you were just so like upset over the.
Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies,
Yeah.
and seeing it in live action, the trailer gave me chills and made me tear up. So seeing that movie just completely epically ruined. They had no idea what style they were going for. They had 1 foot over here, 1 foot over there, and they were just like, the script was so surface level and was just begging to tell you what to feel. Like there was nothing that you had to figure out. Within like 2 minutes, they were like, this is your destiny to have honor. And it was just, it was not
I hate that.
very
Like the
good.
movie is a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That sucks. And that's kind of like what the deal with Haunted Mansion. It's very, very surface level. So let's get into the plot of the Haunted Mansion. So Eddie Murphy plays Jim Evers of Evers and Evers Real Estate, which is, I think, the fact that he's a real estate agent and he and his wife like show houses and sell houses. I think that's probably the most clever thing in the movie. Then I mean the whole setup that they're going to the mansion, that's fine, and that's about it. The rest of the movie is bad. That's the part that works for me because I'm like oh, this is clever. This is a nice idea. He's kind of like the absent father type, except like not really. It's weird. Like they set him up to be really bad, where she's like, you've missed so many birthdays and you've missed like soccer games, all this stuff because you're working too much. But they both have like the same job. She's like, you work too much, and he's like, okay, and he's like, you know what, you're right, let's go away for the weekend. And you're like, oh, problem solved. It's like weird. It's like he doesn't seem like he's bad enough of a father to warrant an entire movie in terms of like a character journey for him to like turn around and realize at the end that he's been a bad father. Because in the beginning he seems like he's a pretty good guy, and then like sometimes he's just late, you know. Right. It's like weird.
It's like he's not a bad dad. He's too invested in his work and not
he's
enough
too
in his
invested
family.
in his work. That's true. Yeah.
Which is the difference between him and his wife. It's like they have the same job, but she knows when to not work and he doesn't.
That's true. That's a good point. I get the impression that he should be worse than he comes across.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 kids. One is Michael, and the other one is.
I want to say Michelle, but I don't think that's her name.
I wouldn't bet on Michelle. That doesn't sound right.
What's his wife's name?
Sarah.
Sarah's his wife's name.
And what's his name?
His name is Jim.
What's her name?
What is her? Yeah, look up her name. I have no clue. But so Michael's thing is that he's afraid of spiders and that he can't hit spiders. And this is like a fun scene when he's like trying to like teach him to be strong and like whack your own spiders, son. And it's like a fun scene. It's Megan. Michael and Megan. That's right. I don't know if we're meant to feel that like Eddie Murphy like pushes his son too far.
Oh. Well, I kind of got the sense that his son's like kind of a pacifist, and like didn't want to kill animals.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
he's also
completely
just
valid as a child.
Yeah, of course, it's totally fine. And I mean, I'm not as afraid of spiders as I was as a kid, but like I totally related to Michael.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
I
when
still
he's
refuse to kill spiders. I'm afraid of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't really kill a spider now. I'm just like,
I just let it disappear.
Yeah.
Just keep your eye on it the whole time. But yeah, Michael has his arc where in the beginning of the movie he can't kill spiders.
Yep.
And then at the end of the movie he doesn't kill a spider, but he's no longer afraid of spiders.
Okay.
I think.
He's still a pacifist.
Because there's a scene at the mausoleum when they're trying to get out and Michael's on the other side and they're like, open the door, and it's covered in spiders. And he's like, oh, I can't do it. But like all the zombies are coming at them. They're like, open the door. They're like freaking out. And he has to like be brave and open the door. So that's like personal growth.
Yeah.
And also a great example of exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy. That's exactly what it is. Just present. It's like throwing you in the deep end to teach you how to swim. So that's Michael's thing. And I thought about this. Like, what's Megan's thing? You know, like usually in this type of movie, each kid has got their own thing. You know, Michael, afraid of spiders. That's his thing. Megan, not afraid of spiders. Is that her thing? Because she just whacks a spider, and then the rest of the movie, she really doesn't. She's sassy. I don't know.
Well, I might have to disagree with you there. I feel like she's the one, and she kind of takes like that older sibling leadership role a little bit.
Okay.
Because if I'm correct, she's the older one, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's taller than him.
So
I don't know if it's like explicitly said, but I think we can assume.
Regardless,
she's supposed to be 13. He's 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she like kind of takes on that leadership role, like when they're like wandering through the house, and she's like, "Okay, come on," you know, like she's kind of like guarding him to like jump outside of his comfort zone a little bit. So I can respect that.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, it just seems. I think they should have given her like a specific growth to have, because Michael's got a very specific thing he's got to overcome, and so is the dad. But like the mom and the sister, seems to me they don't have as much things to overcome. So here's the thing. They get to the mansion, and Gracie, the old English guy who lives in New Orleans, and he's lived there for hundreds of years, and everyone. It's like weird when he sees because Eddie Murphy sees the address of the house, and he's like, oh, you know where this place is? Like, there's a bunch of like really like expensive places down there. Like, this could be a really good deal for us. You're like, why wouldn't you know about this enormous English manor? Like, not that far from your house. It just seems like a little far-fetched. But
doesn't he say that they're only going to go for like 10 minutes?
Yeah. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
It's like
20 minutes tops. He's like 20 minutes tops. And I think
They say it 3 times, I think.
No, they say like way more than that. I remember I think I still say 20 minutes tops because of this movie.
Oh.
Just because like it became part of my vocabulary as a kid, like 20 minutes tops. So I was saying about the mom and the sister, and basically the plot is that the old guy, Gracie, this old English man, and his butler is played by Terrence Stamp, but the young English man, he believes, and this will be a surprise to you because you didn't watch the rest of the movie, he believes that Sarah, Eddie Murphy's wife, who I actually haven't seen that actress in like anything else.
She was gorgeous. I was you have a beautiful face, and why haven't I not seen more of it?
Where are you? Come back to us.
I think you were commenting that a couple of the actors, like...
A couple of the people in this movie, I'm like... Yeah. Especially that guy, Gracie. Where's he?
And the mom, has she been in other things?
I don't remember.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll put her name on the screen there. Okay. Whoa. Gracie believes that Sarah is like the reincarnation of his long-lost love.
Right.
I thought certainly bringing you back to Gracie Manor would help you. Remember?
Remember what, Mr. Gracie? You're scaring me.
Where it happened. Where we spent our last moments together, where we danced together for the last time.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And it turns out, the butler killed her. While he thinks that his old love, Elizabeth, killed herself. The butler, got jealous or whatever. Yes.
I have something I want to say about that.
Okay.
I believe that there's a little bit of racism there. Because they're not explicitly saying it, but the butler says that I think the quote was, this union is unacceptable because it's a white man and a black woman.
He does say that, yeah.
And I feel like that
Your union was unacceptable.
is something that should be developed a little bit more. I understand it needs to be kid-friendly, but, like, I feel like that's a really important point that was not played upon.
You are 100% right. I didn't even think about that, to be honest, when I was watching this, but that is, wow.
So
yes.
when was she said to have been killed? Like what year?
Hundreds of years in the past.
Okay.
Like probably like the 1700s?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And everyone in the mansion, like their souls have been trapped for some reason. Gracie, I understand, because like he killed himself because his love, Elizabeth, supposedly killed herself.
Yeah.
So he's so distraught. So it's like this unrequited love thing. And then Ramsley, the butler, he's the one who killed Elizabeth. So it makes sense why he is like still hasn't been able to move on. But then there's those two really nice caretakers.
Yeah.
And why are they still there?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't find the light.
They couldn't find the light. And like they go into the graveyard and there's all those ghosts. And that part's like kind of fun when they have to go through the graveyard and it's every ghost. And that's just like the ride. That sequence is like
stagecoach.
Yeah,
and they're like,
stagecoach.
I think you can see me.
Yes,
No.
yes. There's like a couple parts where I was like, oh, this is funny. This is funny.
That part was pretty funny.
Remember humor?
I swear, it was fucking right.
Hey! Hey, what are you doing here?
Can they see us?
No, of course not.
Yes, I can see. I'm looking at you right now in your stupid hat.
Don't listen to him. He's lying.
Whatever. Come on, kids. Let's go. Come on.
I could swear he was looking right at me.
He's psychic.
It's like that, like, classic humor that's, like, not based off of anything inappropriate, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just very wholesome, like classic, like kids movie kind of thing. But yeah, there's all these people, and it only strikes me that like Ramsley and Gracie really have much reason to be still kept on Earth. So it breaks down a little bit. If you like think about it too hard, you're like, why is this Wallace Shawn guy? Why is he still kicking around?
Right, yeah.
So basically, Gracie, what he wants to do is basically kill Sarah so she can be with him because he's a ghost.
So why isn't the love of his life around as a ghost?
That's a good point. No, she is.
Okay.
She actually is. It's revealed that the ghost ball. The ghost ball is Elizabeth. But before we get to the ghost ball, I just wanted to finish the point I was making about the daughter and Sarah. Is that like Sarah, like what she just has to like not succumb to Gracie, and like that's it.
But there is like the point where it's like she has to do it in order to save her kids, right? Because like
she like doesn't she offer to marry him or something?
Yeah, she's gonna marry him and like give up her own life to save her kids.
It's something. It's not great, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's more than nothing.
Yeah. She's like basically every time there's an argument between her and Eddie Murphy, like she's right the whole time. Like you're like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that, dude. Like the whole time. I guess we would have wanted just like a little bit more depth there. So the ghost ball. Which I want to talk about the ghost ball because it pisses me off. Because the ghost ball, the effects look good. So the effect of the ghost ball looks fine.
Yeah.
But the ghost ball is Elizabeth, the real Elizabeth, and Sarah just bears this striking resemblance to Elizabeth. They look exactly the same. And why?
Who knows?
No one knows. They look exactly the same.
Okay.
And so it's like an honest mistake. Gracie just thinks, because he sees the flyer outside the mansion with her face on it.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, how did the ghost know to call her specifically?
It's really weird. There's a scene, that's the opening scene, is the little kid bikes up to the place and to do nothing, just to look at it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like,
he doesn't even go to like throw rocks at it with friends or something.
You didn't look at creepy houses when you were little?
Yeah, I don't know, but he's like the worst actor in the world. Also, he's got like the blankest expression on his face.
He like bikes up, right? He's wearing a backpack, and then he like
there's all these flyers for Evers and Evers Real Estate, which is also interesting because like if he hasn't really been in that area, like I guess like why are there all these flyers? There's like a lot of flyers just like fluttering around all over the place, but whatever.
And then he like freaks out, right? But we don't see why he's freaking out.
No, there's like something like jumps out.
Okay, yeah.
Like a wave. A sonic wave.
Okay. Yeah.
A ghost.
A ghost wave. Yeah. Like he's like, "Wah!" Yeah. So Ramsley, I guess, and Gracie, they see this picture and they're like, "It is your long lost love, sir." And so then they call her up and they're like, "Come to this place alone." So it's very strange.
Yeah.
They just find this lady that looks a lot like his long lost love, and it's unclear whether does he believe that it's the ghost Elizabeth, or does he believe that it's like a living reincarnation of Elizabeth, or like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But the ghost ball, sorry,
is that the blue one or the green?
That's
one?
the blue one.
Okay, yeah,
the green one.
The
green, the lady in the crystal ball. That's
different. Yeah.
Is that in the ride? Do you remember the crystal ball lady in the ride?
She's supposed to be.
Is she in the ride?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
I think.
It's not that ghost ball, but the other ghost ball.
Not the other ghost ball. Not the green one, the blue one.
Yeah.
The blue floaty one.
Yeah.
That,
the one that's like kind of nice,
around.
right?
Yes, the kids follow it, and it like helps them solve the mystery that Ramsley was the one who killed Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So I don't like the ghost ball because it's a ghost the exact same as all the other ghosts. It's no different from the other ghosts, but for some reason this one is a ball because they have to preserve the twist that it's Elizabeth and that she looks exactly like Sarah. Ghosts, there's like the rules for ghosts in this movie are a little don't really make sense.
They're unclear,
and it's just to preserve the twist that they're dead. That they're dead people.
Right.
Because Ramsley's a ghost, Gracie's a ghost, but they look like normal people the whole movie until it's revealed that they're ghosts. And even the caretaker and the maid, right? When they go out into the graveyard, they look like all the other ghosts, but like they choose to look like the ghosts now. They're like, now we're gonna decide.
I know
they
the answer
do.
to that.
You do?
So the farther you get from the mansion, the more ghostly you look.
Oh, okay.
So when they're in the mansion, they look human, alive, and then they go farther and farther away, and then that's when they start to get like pale and bluish, and then they're transparent. Like
How do you know the lore of the haunted mansion?
You gotta research.
Is that in Wikipedia? What is
Is
that?
that in Wikipedia? Yeah, probably.
That's a good reason. That makes sense.
Because like the heart of their life is in the mansion. So
and it's cursed, right? So the curse is on the mansion.
What is the curse?
Yeah.
The curse is probably that they can't move on. So like
the curse is that the curse is that Ramsley was a racist old fucker.
Yeah.
And killed Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And then his master killed himself. And then how did Ramsley die? Did he kill himself too?
I don't know.
He just
Probably
died.
old age.
He just died.
He's really old.
Yeah. That sucks.
Everyone else was dead, so no one could take him to the hospital when he
like,
died, or something happened.
Why didn't he go to hell?
His hell was being stuck in
Yeah, I
that place
guess.
with a heartbroken guy.
Yeah, that's true. Because he ends up in hell at the end. Why is it now? Why is it now that Gracie has decided? Now I have to. It's been 300 years, but now I have to finally discover this.
Yeah.
The truth of all this.
They get to the mansion.
Yeah.
They're introduced to these ghosts.
I
And
feel
Eddie
like
Murphy gets stuck in a wall.
Is that when your memory stops?
Yeah, I remember the Nosferatu shot of the butler.
That's pretty early on.
Yeah, and it's it flashes, and he's like,
the lightning.
yeah.
Yep. Lighting.
Yeah.
They basically get kidnapped and stuck in that mansion. Won't let them leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the storm floods the road.
Can we just talk about how the car flies through the windows? That happens,
A car
right?
flies through the windows?
Oh yeah, I don't really think.
So,
Physics, really.
Why was his first idea to drive the car through the window. Why not find a rock? Or why not, better yet, throw the ghost ball, the green one, the lady?
Yeah.
Why not throw that through the window? Obviously...
She's like an annoying bitch the whole time. She's like, shut up! That would have been funny.
Yas it.
Like, it gets like mad. It just like throws it, and it's like, oh crap, it worked. Yeah, there's so many things.
I feel like we need to talk more about like the non-ghost creatures and what the point is of those. Okay, I love them so much, but the statue heads, what are they? Are they ghosts or are they just animated statues? There's also zombies and spiders.
One of them is Walt Disney.
No,
Really?
it's actually not.
Oh, is it?
It's a guy who resembles Walt Disney, but he was actually a creator for Disney, like the Disney parks.
What's up?
Did you get a haircut?
No. Are you guys on video right now?
We are.
What is this?
This is a show. It's a talk show.
So I'm in the talk show.
Yeah.
This is pretty meta.
I was thinking about the statues when you mentioned those creatures as well. I think they're just like...
You didn't even see the statues.
No, that was just something this morning.
Oh,
yeah.
When?
In the 10 minutes that we watched today.
Statues didn't show up in the 10 minutes.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy walks by them and they like turn their heads a little bit.
No.
Those are different
We're talking about the singing heads.
Oh.
They're busts.
There are, they're
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the busts.
Yeah, no, but there's busts later in the movie. And they sing, they just repeat everything
They're
you
like
say.
a quartet.
Are they not in a hallway?
They're outside.
I'm trying to find a key. I'm trying to find a key.
Where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the beautiful key?
They're outside in the graveyard.
So I actually read, but those are just like, they're calling attention to creators from Disney.
Okay.
So like, if you had gone to, I forget, what park is it? There's a park, a Disney park, that has those heads.
Oh, really?
That sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
they're not heads, or they were actually like a quartet that would perform there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So this is...
So I think that was just a way for them to
That's just a
put it
nod
there.
to them.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but then they show up a few more times and you're like, I like the end is funny.
In the car.
Yeah, at the end, basically everything turns out fine, and Gracie's like, now that I'm reunited with Elizabeth, you can own the house. And he's like, you take the deed, do with it what you will. And then they go on vacation, finally, right? You're like, yay! But then they take the singing busts with them
on vacation.
Yeah, they're like singing a song.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
And you're like, why would you take these annoying ass ghost busts with you? Also, why didn't their souls move on with the other ones? And they take the lady.
Yeah, they put her in like a car seat.
The whole movie, they've been fed up and annoyed with this lady. Why did they bring her? She's just gonna she can't go in the lake. What's she gonna do? Doesn't make any sense.
They're taking her to throw her in the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
I also, I'm wondering about that last shot too. The complete CGI car and highway with no other cars on it. It seems to be infinite. It goes on forever into the sunset.
Oh my god.
Over an ocean.
Beautiful. Maybe it's their souls moving on. They all die.
Oh god.
That's the end of the movie.
Oh.
Everyone died.
They are going towards the sunset, so like they're going towards the light.
That's the end of the movie, folks. This Watch Mojo, secrets revealed. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a movie based on a ride. You know, how good could it be?
So has anybody gone on the ride?
I have been on the ride.
Okay.
It's really fun.
What is it? What happens?
It's basically you're like herded into a room.
Are you on a roller coaster?
You're in a cart.
Yeah.
It's a slow-moving cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're like moving through the mansion and underneath the mansion, and they do a lot of stuff with mirrors where that you didn't even see it. But there's a scene in the stagecoach when, like what we were saying, like the ghosts show up behind you, and like when you look in the mirror, the ghosts are right next to you. It's like really impressively
The ride
done.
is kind of scary.
You've been on it
when
too.
you're little. Yeah.
Yeah, and like just with the movie, I mean, Disney really spared no expense. The special effects are great. Nothing really looks too bad.
No. Especially for 2003.
I mean, like 2003, it's like good, but
Yeah.
I mean, Disney has money, so it's like it's not that it's unexpected. I mean, production design is good.
The house is gorgeous.
House is gorgeous. We never really talked about Eddie Murphy.
Mm.
Who?
Yeah, right?
I love Eddie Murphy. I just gotta say, and he's sometimes funny in this movie.
He's not really kissing your mom.
Yeah.
I just think he's a very relatable, charismatic actor, so I'm fine with him. Just the script is like shit. And so there's moments where it's clear that he's probably improving, but the character is like so thin, he just can't come up with really anything to say.
Hey man, go on back to bed. Get back into bed. Go back to bed. I'm Jim Evers from Evers Real Estate. What's your name? Like, I don't want no trouble, man. I just came out here to get the keys. The judge told me it was alright to get the keys. So, hey, ho!
So there are some parts where I'm like, this isn't that funny. This is boring. This is kind of embarrassing. But
it's no Daddy Daycare.
Daddy Daycare is a great movie.
It's no Daddy Daycare.
And this was like right around the same time too. So you're like, this is the script. This is not him. No one's really bad in the movie. I think all the performances across the bar are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, although there is one part at the end when Sarah, his wife, is supposed to be. We're presumed that she's dead. She drinks the thing and like, oh, maybe she's dead. And he's like, Sarah, please, and you're like, no tears. Your wife is dead. You're like, I know it's a kids movie, but you're like, I feel like he didn't dig deep enough for that. Maybe he was just like, just got to get through the day.
There was something else he said too. He was like, I thought I lost you, but like,
didn't
said
feel
it exactly
sincere.
like that.
Yeah, it didn't feel really that sincere.
But I lost you.
You really gotta sell that.
So
Your
it's
wife dead. You really gotta sell that.
Sarah went on to act in TV.
Okay.
So she stayed out of movies.
Interesting.
Yeah. What is it, like Lost and...
Oh, nice.
House. Those weird things. Bones. Yeah.
Oh,
one word.
Those are all like sort of operas, right?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. She's in The Good
Space
Doctor.
operas.
So that's recent.
Oh, really?
Or soap operas.
No
is what I was
movies.
thinking.
Yeah.
Bones is not a soap opera.
Bones is totally a
It is
soap opera.
not.
Yes, it is.
What?
It can be.
So good.
Sometimes.
My freshman year roommate watched Bones.
I love Bones.
Like all of
It's
Bones.
It's so good.
And Kyle. It was cool in the beginning. I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I was like, wow, anthropology, this is
The show
fascinating.
that makes you want to be a forensic anthropologist.
And then
I
it
really
just
wanted
like
to be
never
one.
ended, and it just went on for like 20 seasons.
It did, dude.
Did it end?
Yeah, it ended.
Okay.
Like,
it was really sad.
But
I
it's
remember when John Francis Daly's character died. I don't even remember what he's the kid from Freaks and Geeks.
Oh my god, yeah, that was really...
I remember when he died, and I was like, I've had about enough of this show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm confusing Bones and NCIS.
Oh,
Aren't they like, what's the difference?
NCIS is about like the white-haired dude.
Mark Harmon,
Yeah.
who was one
Bones
of
is,
So you're
People
telling me these are
Magazine's
different
sexiest
shows.
men alive.
Yeah.
It's true.
Bones is
Emily Deschanel.
and the dude who played Angel.
David Boreanaz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still convinced it's the same show.
It's not the same show. Bones is better.
Yeah, I think we've reached the point where we can vote on this, whether it flatlines or survives. You want to go first?
What
Aiden?
is
Does Aiden's vote really count?
Yeah,
Considering
Aiden's
you
vote
only
really
saw like
counts.
30 minutes of
Give
it.
a vote.
So what's flatline? What is survive? How do we...
Basically, does it hold up or does it fall flat?
Yeah, I'm gonna... okay.
Think about the plot from what we've told you. Put it together in your mind.
I'm impressed by Disney's ambition to make a movie about a 50-year-old ride that was like pretty culturally relevant. A lot of people know this ride. I know of that ride. I've heard it referred to a lot, but I think the movie falls flat. I think it flatlines.
Even the first 40 minutes that you saw, flatline.
Yeah.
Wow. It's embarrassing. Okay, Lena.
I think this flatlines, except if you're watching it in a group context
Okay.
that involves substances
Yes.
with late at night.
Okay,
I
that
think
sounds
that
fun.
is a good experience and the best way to watch this film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this film is dead,
yeah.
but it could be undead. Maybe. We could bring it back from the grave.
Yep.
Katie.
Yeah, it flatlines.
Wow.
It
okay.
does, but just because it sucks now doesn't mean it sucked when it came out.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
I liked it when I was a kid, but now, like, it doesn't make any sense, really.
True.
If you're a kid, sure, it would be a great film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also going to have to say that it flatlines too. I don't know what anyone would really get out of this if they watch this for the first time. And you're our age.
I fell
or
asleep.
older. Aiden fell asleep, and that wasn't because of his brain injury.
I will say, like, it is wholesome.
It is,
Yeah,
it
it
is
is,
wholesome.
yeah.
It's fine.
It's
There's-
true. No, it's not like it will harm you
Right.
watching this movie.
It's a good, spooky, not scary movie.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Very, very not
Very
scary.
put on the background at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
for people that don't like scary movies, I think this is a good way to compromise and get them, try to start to get them hooked.
This is very low on that.
But there's some people that
This
won't
is like
watch
for an
scary movies
alien,
at all, yeah.
for an alien who's never heard of horror. Or anything
Yeah.
like that, knows nothing about humans. You'd show them this movie.
Yeah.
If like you wanted them to watch The Shining, you would start with the Haunted Mansion
Yeah.
and then slowly build up. This isn't like a huge personal like flatline for me. You know, this isn't like a loved one. This isn't like we watched Sorcerer's Stone and it turns out that it's trash. Which, good God, that would destroy my life.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that. Oh my God, that would like unfound my being. Secretly bad. No, so this one was more of just I felt pretty detached the whole time. Some of it's funny, some of it's like kind of spooky, and the production design is fine. But like I don't really feel the same things that I did as a kid. Which I mean, that's basically across the bar. That's pretty standard if you return to some childhood movies that have an exception. But this one, it's as dead as the characters in the film. Yeah, and even the not dead characters are dead. But yes, so that's a pretty unanimous flatline.
Yeah,
The Haunted Mansion. You know, the Criterion Collection did like this. Every April Fools, they post like a movie that they're gonna bring to Criterion, and they did The Haunted Mansion.
Wow.
They like did the cover art and like releasing in October. It was really funny.
Nice. But they didn't do that.
They didn't do that. No, it was just a joke. No, who would want that? Better luck next time, Disney, with your Haunted Mansion reboot. We will be actively awaiting it.
Cool.
No.
Don't whitewash it.
Don't whitewash it. Goodbye.
Yes, hello. It seems that he knows. Let's make sure the next shipment is undetected.